what are the Python keywords? Okay, so in the last class I mentioned, if you want to learn any programming language, okay, first thing is you start from the scratch. Like I said, if you want to learn any regional language like Telugu, Hindi, English, or some Tamil, Malayalam, you'll start from alphabets. So here also, we'll start from scratch. So that's why first we are going to see what are the keywords. Keywords in Python. First of all, what is meant by keyword? What is the definition of keyword? So keyword is nothing but also known as reserved word. Keyword also known as reserved word. Okay, so I'll tell you what is the meaning of keyword or what is the meaning of reserved word. Reserved word. So reserved word means it is having some special meaning in that particular language. For example, if you are going to read some Telugu language, okay, so while reading paper, by reading some word, you can understand what is the meaning of it, because each and every word is having some special meaning. Similarly, if you are reading something in English, or if you're writing something, okay, so definitely you should know its meaning. So reserved word means in our regional languages, we can call it as it's like alphabet. Okay, so Python is having 30 keywords. So Python is having 30 keywords. So these 30 keywords are having special meaning to the Python interpreter. So I'll repeat. Keyword is also known as reserved word. What is the meaning of keyword or definition of keyword? Definition of keyword is nothing but it is having a special meaning to the particular compiler or particular interpreter. So whenever you are writing this keyword in your Python, the Python interpreter is going to consider its meaning. It's going to know, for example, I'll open this IDLE. I'll mention what are the keywords in Python. So I'll tell you. So you are going to get a different color whenever you're writing. This is, for example, so we are having some keyword like a is is a keyword. So if you observe here, you are going to get some orange color. Okay, so okay, right, orange color. So this type of things, for example, is one keyword. Okay, and similarly we'll have and is one keyword. Okay, next as is one keyword, and def is one keyword. Okay, all these are keywords. So means they are having some special meaning in the Python interpreter. So for example, if I return some a is nothing but for a is equals 20. It is not appearing in orange color, right? It is not a keyword. It is we are using a. A is not having any special meaning in Python. So that's why it is not appearing in the orange color. So for example, if I return something like some else, it is a keyword in Python. So that's why it is okay. It is appearing in some different color. So if you are getting something in black color, for example, b equals to 20. So it is appearing in black color. Why? Because it is not a keyword. It is not having any special meaning, right? So I think all of you observed when you are typing some message in your mobile, or when you are typing something in MS Word. Okay, so you are going to get a dictionary. If the particular word, for example, you are typing a message to your friend in WhatsApp or maybe in normal messaging. So it is going to give you some suggestions. For example, you are typing something, actually the word is not there in the dictionary, then immediately you are going to get some suggestions. Okay, maybe you can use this. Okay, maybe you are written wrong spelling. Okay, maybe okay, your spelling is like this. You are going to get some suggestions. Okay, so why suggestion you are getting? Why? Because whatever you are typing, that is not available. That is not a word in English, but it is suggesting maybe this is the correct word you are searching for. So that's why it is nothing but it is giving you the option like it is the it is a keyword you are trying to use, but you are not using this, you are typing some other thing, so you are going to get that type of okay suggestions. So what are the keywords in Python? So keywords in Python are, for example, true is a keyword. Already I told you in my previous class. Okay, Python is one of the important property of Python is it is case sensitive. I'll tell you what is meant by case sensitive. Case sensitive means capital letter is not going to be treated as a small letter. So here, for example, these are the different keywords in Python. True is a keyword, false is a keyword. Okay, next none is a keyword. Next as is a keyword. Asset is a keyword. Next finally is a keyword. Next elif is a keyword. Next if is a keyword. Else is a keyword. Def is a keyword. Break is a keyword. Del is a keyword. So like this, we are having 30 keywords. Okay, global is keyword. While is keyword. For, from, import, return, try, pass, in, not, is, lambda, continue, class. So these are the keywords. Okay, so total we are having 30 keywords in Python. So what is the meaning of keyword? Keyword is nothing but it is having special meaning. It is having special meaning to the Python interpreter. Means what is the meaning of this line? It is having special meaning to the Python interpreter. Whenever you are writing all these keywords, if you are using all these keywords, okay, if you are writing some keyword, definitely it is having some meaning. So Python interpreter will understands, okay, if I type some else, it is going to understand, okay, you are using else. Else means it is having some, it is a keyword, it is having some meaning. So if you are writing some other thing, if you are writing some other okay, like a C, okay, it is nothing but it's not a keyword, it is not available in Python. It is you are using for your own purpose. It is not a keyword. Okay, so this is known as actually user defined. If I define something C equals to 10, this is not a keyword, it is user defined. I defined C, okay, and I given some value because I need, okay, as per my requirement, I am defining some C, I am defining some A, I am defining some B, I am defining some B. So these are nothing but these are defined by me. It's not available in Python. Okay, so that's why they are not going to be called as keywords. It's not a keyword. It is we can say user defined. We are defined. We need to use B, we need to use A, we need to use C in our program. So that's why we use this. Is it clear? Any doubts? Any doubts? Please respond. What is the meaning of keyword? Please respond in the chat if you understood. We are going to use all these keywords in the coming programs. Okay, we are supposed to use all these keywords in the daily programs, whatever we are supposed to write in our regular class. Okay, so now we'll see what are the, and one more thing, all of you please remember, in all the keywords, only in these three, like okay, try, false, none, in these three keywords only we are having capital letters. That too, this is first letter only capital. And remaining all keywords, if you observe in all remaining keywords, everything is small only. If you observe here, in all these keywords, if you observe, everything is small only. Only in is true, false, none. For example, if you are going to type, something like true, okay, so it is not appearing in the orange color. Why? Because you are not written capital T, so it is not available. True is not available. Okay, so for example, if I change it to capital T, then it is going to be treated as a keyword. Similarly, false also. If you are written false, it is not going to understand. Okay, your Python doesn't understand what is meant by false. Okay, because it is not a keyword. Okay, so then you are supposed, if you want to use keyword, then you are supposed to write capital letter. Similarly, none also. If you are written none like this, it is not a keyword. Okay, so you are supposed to write like this. This is a keyword. Okay, so this is the definition of keyword and some of the keywords available in Python. Like this, we are having 30 keywords are there in Python. So we are going to use all these keywords uh, for writing various programs in our Python. Okay, so you should know, okay, these keywords, okay, because sometimes directly we are going to use these keywords, okay, in your program also. So that's why you should remember what are the keywords are available in Python. Okay, next we'll go for identifiers. What is an identifier? Identifier. In general, identifier means, for example, we are having different identifiers. Okay, for example, each and every Indian citizen is having unique identifier, that is we can say Aadhaar number. Okay, Aadhaar number is unique for each and every citizen in India. So no two citizens will have the same Aadhaar number. So means I can uniquely identify one citizen from other citizen by using Aadhaar number. So that is one unique identifier. Maybe I can use hall ticket number. Student hall ticket number is also one of the unique identifier, because no two students will have the same hall ticket number. No two students will have the same hall ticket number. So identifier means it is used to differentiate. It is used to differentiate, okay, the data from other. It is used to differentiate one data from other data, or we can say it is used to differentiate one thing from the others. So in identifiers, we are going to know what is the naming. Okay, so what is the naming? How can we give names for identifier? What is the naming convention? For example, if you observe your hall ticket numbers, for example, your hall ticket number naming convention should be like this. Hall ticket number naming convention. How your hall ticket number naming convention should be there? So your hall ticket number naming convention should be like, for example, you are joined in 21. Okay, so 21 is your prefix for your hall ticket number 21. Okay, next we are going to get a college code. College code we'll get here. Okay, college code. Okay, next we are going to get some sequence like 1A0. Okay, and your branch code. For example, if you are computer science, you will get 5 and your serial number 01. So like this. So this is a simple format of hall ticket number. Okay, so it is having some naming convention. Convention means it's going to follow some rule. It's going to follow some format. That format. This is the format. Similarly, if we are using some PAN card is also having some format. Okay, so like that. For example, in our program also we are supposed to use so many identifiers. Identifier means it may be variable. Okay, so I want to use some variable name. For example, I want to use some variable like a. A is nothing but what? A is an identifier. Actually, it is a variable. Variable means we are giving some name. The name is what? We are giving A. A is nothing but it's an identifier. So if I want to, for example, A is equals to 20. Okay. So B is equals to 30. So you want to print sum is A plus B. So here, what is this? If I want to access this 20, if I want to access this 20, I can access using its identifier. What is its identifier? Identifier is A. Okay. And if I want to access this 30, I can access by using its identifier. Identifier is B. For example, you are having your name. Okay. So whenever I want to access any particular student in your class, you are for example, you are in CSE. Okay, if I want to access a particular student, in general, I'll prefer only hall ticket number. I won't prefer name. Why? Because in your class, maybe some 4 students will have the same name. Okay, for example, Ramesh is there. Okay, with the name Ramesh, 4 students are there in your class. So that's why I won't prefer to access by calling with the names. Maybe I can access by using hall ticket number. So definitely that 4 students will have different hall ticket numbers. So that is my unique identifier. That is my identifier. If I call by using your name, maybe four students will respond because all 4 members, 4 students' names are same. So that's why instead of calling by using a name, I can call by using identifier. Identifier means unique. Okay, so unique hall ticket number. Or I said one more example. Okay, if I want to identify a citizen in India, okay, I can easily identify a citizen in India by using Aadhaar, because Aadhaar is its unique identification throughout India. So we can easily access any particular citizen information by using unique identifier like Aadhaar. So this is nothing but a identifier. Identifier means it may be variable name like A. Okay. So here I given variable name A. So if I return, for example, if I return A is equals to 20 or A is equals to 200, then what will happen? Previously I took some A, I assigned 20, and now same variable I took and I assigned some 200. So what will happen here? Here the last value is going to be updated. I'll show you this example. Okay, I'll show you this. For example, A is equals to 20. A is equals to 200. A is equals to 300. Now I want to print A. So what will be the output? The output will be whatever the latest value. What is the latest value? 300. Because first I took A and I sent to B. Next I took 200. Okay, so 200 is replaced. Okay, 20 is replaced with 200 and 300 is replaced with 200. So this is nothing but always, okay, we are going to execute this program line by line. So first, if for example, if I return after this line, if I return print of A, then I may get some 20 as output. But if I return print of A after this line, I may get 200 as output. But because I return A is equals to 300 after this line, so that's why it is a printing 300. For example, if I update some A is equals to some 10,000, so if I print it, then obviously whatever the updated value, whatever the latest value, that will be printed. Okay. So here actually identifier is A only, unique identifier. Okay, whenever you are going to assign a value for an identifier, the updated value is going to be considered. Updated value means the latest value. Latest value. For example, you are writing improvement examination in your intermediate. Okay, so you got some 60 marks in your M1. You got some 60 marks in your M1. You are written improvement. Okay, you got 75 in improvement exam. Then which one is going to be considered? The latest one. Because you got 75 in improvement, that is the latest one. So 75 is going to be considered, 70 is not going to be considered. So like that here also, whatever the latest value you are giving for an identifier, here identifier is A. A is an identifier because why it is an identifier means if I want to access its value, always I can use its identifier name. What is the name of identifier here? A. If I want to take one more variable B, so now B is identifier. Identifier means how can I access? How can I access 20? I can access 20, for example, by using its identifier. For example, student name, okay, or student hall ticket number, student hall ticket number is equals to 501. If I want to access student hall ticket number, then I can write print of student hall ticket number. Okay, so like that. So here, this is identifier. It is having some value. If you want to access this value, you should access its identifier only. You can access using its identifier. Is it clear? Any doubts? Keywords in other language and Python language are different. Yes, in other language, if you observe in C language, we are having 32 keywords. Okay, some of the keywords what are available in C, okay, not there in Python. And some of the keywords what are available in Python, not there in C. So means some similar keywords will be there in all the languages like C, C++, Python, Java, in almost in 4 languages. In these 4 languages, nearly 15 to 20 common keywords will be there. But in Python, we have some extra keywords that is not there in C. And in C also, we have some keywords, okay, which may not available in Python. So that is going to be varied from language to language. For example, very simple. In English, we are having 26 alphabets, but in Telugu, we are having 56 alphabets. So it is going to be varied from language to language. Next, what is the difference between print and printf? Print is actually, it is a Python function. Already we discussed about print in the last class. Okay, print is output function in Python. Okay, it is used to display something on the screen in Python. Printf is actually, it is C. Okay, it is a statement. It's a function in C language. There is no printf in Python. If you want to write something using printf, you will get an error. If you want to write something using printf, you will get an error here. You are going to get error. Why? Because printf is not defined. It is not available actually. Okay. So I think it's clear, right? All of you understood? Any doubts? Okay. So yeah. So what are the rules to be followed while giving names to the identifiers? Okay. So here we are talking about naming. Naming means what type of rules we are supposed to follow when I'm going to use identifier. For example, in our names also, okay, so your parents or your grandparents are going to follow, definitely they are going to follow some rules, they are going to follow some pattern. Okay, so definitely like that variables, okay, in programming languages also there should be some pattern. We don't use different types of variables. Simple example, whenever you are creating password in your social networking websites or some other websites, definitely they are going to give you some suggestion. Okay, your password must have one special character, one number, one capital letter, minimum length 6. You are going to get so many rules. So here also, what type of rules you should follow, okay, which are going to be known as valid identifier, which are going to be known as invalid identifier. Okay, so how can I say that it's a valid identifier? And how can I say that it's an invalid identifier? So the identifier which is following the naming convention, the identifier which is following the rules, the identifier which is following the rules or naming convention are going to be known as valid identifier. The identifier which is not following the rules, it is known as invalid identifier. Let me give an example before, okay, before going to these rules. Let me clarify some rules. Then we'll go for one by one example. Okay. So first thing should be, first rule is first character, first character, first character of variable, first character of variable must be alphabet, alphabet or underscore. I think all of you know what is meant by underscore. Okay, underscore is nothing but it's going to be denoted with this one. Okay, so this is underscore, right? Underscore means shift hyphen or shift minus symbol. So underscore. So this is first rule. Rule number one. First character in your identifier or in your variable must be is it may be some alphabet or it may be some underscore. I'll give you some simple example here. Okay, so now already I told you this hash is used for writing comment in Python. Hash is used for writing comment in Python. So now just I'll try to use okay, valid identifier. We see some valid identifiers, we'll see some invalid identifiers. So A is equals to 20. It is a valid. Why it is valid? First letter is starting with a character only. This first character is alphabet only. So that's why it is valid. Okay, next I'll let underscore A is equals to some 30. It's also valid. Why? Because what is rule 1? What is rule 1 is telling? Rule 1 is first character of variable must be alphabet or underscore. So here we are doing same. We are writing underscore. Okay, in this example we written underscore and in this example we written alphabet. For example, I'll start something like 1A is equals to 40. Is it a valid identifier? It's not valid identifier because I'm not starting with the alphabet or I'm not starting with underscore. I'm starting with the number. So that's why let's see. We'll get an error, syntax error. Why? Because always your identifier, okay, starts with either alphabet or with underscore. Only these are allowed and others are not allowed. For example, let me start with the dollar. Dollar A is equals to 50. Is it a valid identifier? No, it's invalid. Next, you can start with okay, some ampersand. A is equals to 20. These all are various scenarios for invalid identifiers. These all are various scenarios for invalid identifiers. Okay, why they are invalid? Because your identifier must be start with either alphabet or with underscore only. These are the only possibilities for the first character. Okay, so this is first rule. I hope all of you understood this rule. Understood all of you? Rule number 1 for identifiers. Okay, in general, we are supposed to use only characters. Sometimes we may use underscore also, but anyway, this either underscore can be your first character or alphabet can be your first character. For example, okay, A is equals to 20. This is a valid, and underscore A is equals to some 10. It is also valid. But 1A is equals to 30 or something 20. It's invalid. Invalid. Why it is invalid? Why? Because first character is not starting with either underscore or alphabet. It is starting with the number. So that's why it is invalid. Like that. Now, rule number 2. What is second rule? Second rule is, okay, what type of characters will be there? So here we are talking about first character. In rule number 1, I am talking about first character only. Okay. Rule number 2 is all the characters except all the characters except first character. All the characters except first character maybe alphabet, okay, it may be alphabet, underscore, it may be alphabet, underscore, or a digit. This is rule number 2. What is rule number 2? All the characters except first character. Except first character means already we studied about first character rule. First character rule is it should be either alphabet or it should be underscore. Okay, just we are talking about remaining characters. First character rule is clear. It may be underscore or it may be alphabet. That is clear. And what about second rule? Second rule is about remaining all the characters. So what about all the characters? It may be alphabet or it may be underscore or it may be digit. We'll see some examples. For example, first character is alphabet. Next character is I can write a number. A1 is equals to 20. Is it a valid identifier? Yes, it is valid. Why? Because what is rule 2 says? All the characters except the first character. First character already I given some alphabet. Okay, except first character maybe alphabet, underscore, or a digit. So here what I given digit. So that's why it is valid. It's valid. It is not giving any error. Okay, and this one, what about this one? It is also valid. After first character I given underscore, that is also valid. If I given like this, A star, or if I given A at the rate, is it a valid? No. Why? Because it is not going to be accepted. First character is alphabet, that is fine. What about second character? Second character I given at the rate. So what about second character? Second character means all the remaining characters. Okay. So here except first character maybe alphabet, underscore, or digit. Only these three allowed. It may be underscore, it may be alphabet, or it may be digit. I'll give one more example. If that is alphabet, then what will happen? Alphabet means, for example, BB is equals to some 100. It is also allowed. Why? Because first character is alphabet, second character also alphabet. That is fine. Okay, B234 is equals to some 1000. Okay, it is also valid. Why? Because first character is alphabet and remaining all characters are digits or numbers. That is fine. Next, C underscore, okay, 100 is equals to some number. It is also valid. Why? Because first character is alphabet and remaining all the characters are underscore and as well as numbers. It is also fine. Next, D underscore, okay, so some characters, some alphabets. Is it valid? Yes, it is also valid. Why? Because first character is alphabet and next characters are only, it may be underscore, it may be number, it may be alphabets. So that's why it is also valid. Next, okay, we'll go with some example. Okay, some number, again underscore, again some characters, alphabets. So it is also valid. Maybe you can start with alphabet also, like this, underscore E, 1, 2, 3, okay, some ABC, underscore. So this is also valid. Okay, so understood all of you rule number 2. Rule number 2. What is rule number 2? Rule number 2 is except first character, remaining characters in your identifier, okay, maybe alphabet, maybe underscore or a digit. So that is about rule number 2. I hope all of you understood this rule, because these rules are important while we are using variables in our program. If you don't know the variable rules, if you are going to use some other variables, then you are going to get errors. Okay, example you can write here. Okay, A underscore some B is equals to some 20. It is a valid. Underscore AB is equals to some 30. It is also valid, etc. So these are the examples. Next, rule number 3. What is rule number 3? Rule number 3 is identifier names. Okay, identifier names can't be keywords. Okay, can't be keywords. Already just now we seen what are the keywords in Python. So what is rule 3 says? Rule 3 is you can't use keyword as an identifier. That is the rule number 3. I'll give an example. For example, if is equals to 20, is it valid? It's invalid. Why? Because I am trying to use if as my identifier. I am trying to use if as my variable. But already if is having some special meaning. It is a keyword. I am trying to use this keyword as my variable. That's why it is invalid. Okay, like else is equals to some 100. So it is invalid. So you don't use keyword as an identifier. That is the meaning. You don't use your keyword as an identifier. For example, this is also one of the keyword. You don't use keyword as an identifier. So that is rule number 3. Understood all of you rule number 3? Rule number 3 says you don't use keyword as an identifier. Simple example, for example, okay, you are having some movie name. Okay, so in Telugu, for example, there is a movie like Bahubali. Okay, so if I want to use the same name for my movie, it's illegal. It's not valid. Okay, because already there is a movie and there is some story for that, so I can't use that. Okay, so because already it is existing, it is we can say it's available, so I can't use it. If I want, I can use some other name. So similarly here also, these are keywords in Python. Already these are keywords in Python. We can't use keyword as an identifier. That is rule number 3. Next, what about rule number 4? Rule number 4 are, okay, identifiers are case sensitive. Identifiers are case sensitive. Already you know what is meant by case sensitive. Okay, so what is the meaning of this rule number 4? Identifiers are case sensitive. Identifiers are case sensitive means you don't replace smaller. For example, A is equals to 100. Okay, if I want to print capital A, then it will give error. Why? Because you are used small letter for this identifier, but you are trying to access using capital letter. So this A and this A are different. Identifiers are case sensitive. You can't access small letter with a capital letter or small letter with a capital letter with a small letter and vice versa. Any doubts? Any doubts? Okay. So for example, A, B, C is equals to some 1000. If I want to access, okay, if I want to access some A, B, C, then we'll get an error. Because here I declared all small, but here I used capital. Not only that, if you are trying to use print, okay, just I written capital print P here, just I want to write high. This also give you error. Why? Because in print actually everything is small. If you observe here, everything is small in print, but here I used capital letter. So that's why it is case sensitive. Case sensitive means it is not going to access small letter per capital, capital letter per small, and vice versa. So that is about next rule for identifiers. Okay, next rule number 5. Okay, so what this rule number 5 says, what are the allowed characters? Okay, what are the allowed characters? So identifiers must not contain must not contain any space. Any space. Okay? It doesn't have any space or special characters. Means you don't use any space or special characters. Only what are the allowed special character? You can use only underscore only. Apart from underscore, you don't use any other special characters. For example, if I given some a space b is equals to 20, there is a space. That's why we are going to get error. A at the rate b is equals to 30. Okay, it's error. Okay, you don't use any special characters. Only one special character is allowed. What is that special character? Underscore. If I written a underscore b is equals to some 200, it is allowed. That is fine. But if I written any other special character apart from underscore, it is not going to be allowed. This is about rule number 5. Any doubts? All of you understood? Any doubts? All of you understood these 5 rules? These 5 rules are important while using identifiers. Which is 6 examples, ma? Examples? I didn't get you. 6 examples means actually these rules you should remember. Okay. So in general, we are going to use purely alphabets only. Sometimes we may use underscore. Just you remember. Okay. Case sensitive already you know capital letter, small letter are going to be different. And other rules are you don't use any other special characters. Don't use at the rate, hash, dollar symbols. All these things you don't use. Okay. So now, so how can we declare variable? Okay. So how can we declare variable? Declare variable. Okay. So what is the meaning of declaring variable? Declaring variable is nothing but, for example, just now I said here a is a variable. Okay. If I return a is a variable. Okay. So if I given some number, if I given some value, it is nothing but assigning. What is the meaning of this? A is a variable or A is an identifier. Variable or identifier both are same only. Don't confuse. Sometimes I can use identifier, sometimes I can use variable. Both are same. Actually, variable is one of the identifier. Variable is one of the identifier. So here, what is the meaning of this? A is equals to 20 means 20 is assigned to A. 20 is assigned to A. Right? So what will happen here is, here what will happen if you want to declare a variable, okay, you can declare like this, you can give some name, that is nothing but declaration of variable. So if you want to assign something, you can give some some number. Now for example, I want to define same value, I want to define same value, okay, or otherwise we can assign same value, same value for different variables. Okay, how can we assign same value for different variables? Same value means, for example, I want to assign same value 20 for different variables. Variables are, okay, A equals to 20, B equals to 20, C equals to 20. So this is in general. If you want to assign same value, then you can do like this. But in Python, instead of writing all these things, instead of writing these 3 lines, we can do it in a single line. Okay. So how can we do? We can assign same value to different variables. Okay, so how can we assign same value to different variables? A comma B comma C comma D is equals to 100. A comma B comma C. A comma B comma C is equals to 100 comma 200 comma 300. Okay, so here if you observe here, what we are doing is we are assigning different values. Okay, different values for different variables. Here different values for different variables. What are the different variables? You can print here, print of A, print of A 100, print of B 200, print of C 300. So if you want to assign multiple values, you can assign. For example, okay, how can we assign same value? A is equals to B is equals to C is equals to some 2000. This is the way how we are going to assign. This is the way how we are going to assign same value for a different variables. So now if we print A value, print A, print E, print C. So if you observe here I am doing two types of assignments. Okay, what is this first assignment? This first assignment is assigning different variables. Okay, different numbers I am assigning for different variables. Okay, I'll write here. So assign same value for different variables. So that can be done like this. A is equals to B is equals to C is equals to 20. This is the way how we are going to do assign same value for different variables. Same value for different variables. I want to assign different value for different variables. Assign different value for different variables. How can I assign different value for different variables? A comma B comma C is equals to 100 comma 200 comma 300. So this is nothing but assigning different value for the different variables. Okay, if you want, I'll explain you this through program. Just I'm opening a new window, new program. Okay, I'll assign same value to different variables. So this can be done by using A equals to B equals to C is equals to D is equals to some 200. Okay, now you can print A is A. Okay, just I'm going to check whether same value is assigned or not. Similarly, we can print B value. B is B. C is C. Next, D is D. So here, this time assigning 4 values. Okay, 4 same values for 4 different variables. This is assigning same value to different variables. So let me save this program. So I saved with 7.py. That is location is D Acharya 829 and the file name is 7.py. Let me run this program. If you observe here, that is the output. Okay, output is A is 200, B is 200, C is 200, D is 200. Just to I assign the same number 200. So that's why we got same value for different variables. For example, I want to assign different values for different variables. That program also will see. Assign different values to different variables. So here what we'll do, simply A comma B, A comma B comma C comma D is equals to 200 comma 300 comma 400 comma 500. So here what we are doing, we are assigning 4 different values, 4 different variables. Okay, save this program. So now let's check it out. Now if you observe in this program, we are assigning 4 different values. For A I given 200, for B I given 300, for C I given 400, and for D I given 500. So this is the way how we are going to assign different variables and different numbers. Okay. Not only different numbers, you can assign different strings also. Okay, not only this thing. If you want, you can assign. Example, you want to assign some other float numbers. You can assign float numbers also here. Example, A is equals to 200 point some 34, a 300 point some 56, 400 point some 646, 500 point some 78. So just I assigned different numbers. Different means here I used float. Previously I used integer. Here I used float. If you observe here, we are getting different values. Okay. So already, I think all of you remembered in the last class, we discussed about dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means we don't need to mention whether it is integer, whether it is float, whether it is string. Simply you can write some name, variable name, and you can assign some value. Okay. It may be whether integer or float or string, or it doesn't matter. Okay. So that is the way how we are going to do. Any doubts in this session? Any doubts? Please let me know if you have any doubts. We discussed about keywords in Python. What is a keyword and what are the different keywords in Python? Next, we started with an identifier. What is an identifier? Okay, what is a variable? What are the rules for identifiers? We seen 5 rules. Okay, what to be called as valid identifier, what to be not called as okay, a valid identifier. So what is valid identifier? What is invalid identifier? And we started with variables assignment. How can we assign same value for different variables, and how can we assign different values to different variables? Any doubts? Okay, if you don't have any doubts, I'll give some assignment. Program number 1. Write a Python program to display 4 integers using single variable. Please mute. Okay, so second program. Write a Python program to display 4 integers using 4 float using different. Third program. Write a Python program to display 4 strings using different variables. Okay, so I think all of you can do it, right? Any doubts here? So I hope all of you can do that programs, right? 3 programs. Please respond if you have any doubts in that. Please respond in the chat if you have any doubts. Okay, so please complete, and before that, let me know if you have any doubts in today's class. Because these are very basics, we are supposed to use this naming convention, identifiers, variables, all these things in the next coming concepts. For integers using single variable means for integers, for numbers, okay? For integers using single variable. Variable, you are supposed to take only one variable. Single variable means nothing but a same number. Here, not single variable, right? So different variables. A equals to B equals to. This is different variable means A comma B comma C comma D. Here you can write same number, same integer, not four integers, same integers. Same integer using some five variables. Same number, but the variables are different. Here four float numbers with different variables. Different variable means float four variables, and here four strings with four different variables. Right. Any doubts? If you have any doubts, please let me know. For integers, using not four integers, common only. Value is common. Value means integer is common. Like A equals to B equals to C equals to 1000. Integer value is common 1000, but variables are different. A, B, C. Okay. So if you don't have any doubts, you can leave.